returns is a reminder that I'm not out of the clear. And all the nightmares that I said, 13 like a hex in the winter night.
So we're at House of Vans.
Yeah.
You played at the weekend for Halloween.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was awesome. We've actually been living here all week.
You just
a lot
camped
of
out?
people don't. Yeah, we've been here like
Between
just
tunnels.
camping out. They've got some coaches in the back. We've been skating. It's been fun.
Sounds pretty. That
This is
sounds
skating.
like the life.
We've been doing a lot of fingerboarding.
Fingerboarding, skateboarding.
Are you big like Halloween fans? Do you dress up?
We're huge Halloween fans.
You spent a ton of Halloween in the UK.
Yeah.
Really?
I'd like to think that we spread the Halloween spirit.
What's the best Halloween costume you've ever done?
Mine are always like, because we're on tour, it's like, okay, what can I get?
Yeah.
And I'll just like buy a kid's like skeleton costume and like force my body into it, and then like, you know, faces. But I'll say the coolest thing, and you can actually YouTube it. Our tour manager Stan, he like spent the entire day building this like Darth Vader face mask, but all out of gaffer tape and all
Amazing.
around his glasses, so he could just like put the mask on like as he put on his glasses, and then he came out at our show at the Cockpit in Leeds. He like came out and he goes, "Leeds, Concebat is your father." And then everyone freaked out and we came out and played.
And you did recently announce your new record.
We do. We have a new record.
Yeah. What are the main influences behind this one?
This was actually the one that we kind of like spent the longest time working on and had time off. So instead of just like quickly scrambling to like, okay, what we love punk and hardcore and whatever, you know, okay, jamming 12 hours a day for like a month and then recording. This one was like we had 6 months to like really pull in influences and think about like ideas that we could bring to the table and like vibes that we would want to like try and incorporate and stuff we've never done before. Yeah. So I think this record is going to blow people's minds.
And with this being the 5th record as well, do you find it easier or harder to write than the earlier?
I don't know. I mean, I think because we had so much time off and because we could really like sit and think about it, I think I was more worried about this one because I was like, what do we have left to be pissed about? You know, or like what, like our lives rule. We're super stoked. We have like really rad fans. Like everything's going awesome. So how are you going to like, you know, get in the vibe of like writing something harsh or like talking about something else? And then life just happens. And you have tons of like inspiration and things to write about. So it kind of like worked out easier than I think we thought. And we had a lot of fuel for the fire.
And what's the meaning behind sort of searching and finding your zero?
That idea was like coming off of like tons of crazy things and like having a lot of stuff, you know, going on in life. And we would come up with like this song where like the idea of zero was like a big part of it in the song True Zero. And we were like, oh, maybe we could call the record that, or maybe we could do whatever. So I was like looking up all these ideas to do with like zero and what that means and all of this, and came across like all the ideas of like absolute zero and like those points of like once you've established that there's nothing else, there's no longer a negative. So that's your like absolute like not rock bottom, but that's your absolute defining point where everything moving forward is a positive. And that was what I really felt like this record was. It was just like no more bullshit. Everything has been settled. Like everything's been figured out. Everything with this band moving on forward now is just like strength and positivity and like, you know, towards focus.
What's the most personal track on the record? Do you all have individual ones or?
I think
one
I mean we definitely talked about what all the songs mean to all of us. That was like a huge thing that Ross Robinson wanted to do before recording any song was like, you know, what the dialogue is, how does the lyrics I've written relate to everyone in the band. So I feel like I'm sure everybody has like
we had like
different
huge conversations like in the studio together where Ross would be like, how's that affect you? How do his words like reflect on like your personal life?
How does that make you want to play bass? Like, it's cool that way.
Or like a song like Arsenic in the Year of the Snake, where it's like about how we all had like a bunch of our really close friends pass away last year, and it was like all about us dealing with that. I mean, you know, I think like every time we play that, it's like, okay, you're really feeling those emotions, and it's like it's cool because when we did go in the studio, it's like Ross is pushing us to like play all those emotions through every instrument, not just vocals.
And you've just announced the tour While She Sleeps as
Yeah.
well. Why did you want to hit the road with those guys in particular?
Because they're completely not dicks.
Huge bonus points.
No, it was put forward to us by, we're both managed by the same company, and
Yeah.
they were like, hey, you guys both have records coming out around the same
Wow.
time. We're like, yeah, that'll be awesome. And we've known them, I think, since they first signed to Raw Power.
Yeah.
We've been friends with them, like, definitely have tons in common. Like, they love skateboarding, they love, you know, like, metal, punk, hardcore. They're just rad kids.
Yeah.
They love getting terrible tattoos. We love getting terrible tattoos.
They tour hard. They go
Yeah,
wild.
they
Yeah.
tour super hard, and they love like just playing shows and being rad. And
Yeah.
that was where like just from day one we met them and we're just like, you guys are awesome.
I like
Yeah.
getting into with bands too that like make us want to like work way harder. Like they go and play, and
Yeah.
you're just like, I gotta like,
Step it up.
I gotta step it up. I gotta hit it hard tonight. You know, I like that. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think you'll bring to the tour? Are you ones to kind of play about with fancy lights and production, or do you just want to go out and create chaos and
No,
fun
yeah,
everywhere?
it's just definitely creating chaos and going for it. We're not like the huge light show kind of production. I think because a lot of times we're moving around so much, we
Yeah.
don't want to get blinded by a laser and fall off the stage or like crash, or when
Yeah.
we've had like too much smoke on stage and you just can't even see
Yeah.
where you're going. Just safety is our main reason.
Health and
for lack of
safety is
production.
big for Cancer Bass. What has your highlight been of 2014?
Finishing this record.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like, woo, the best.
Coming away from that record and being like more stoked than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being more pumped on this band than like ever too.
Yeah.
Like where I wouldn't have thought that like at record 5 we would be like hitting our stride and like
Yeah.
killing it and being like, yes, this is the best. I'm so stoked.
Cool. And finally, what is on your Christmas list this year?
Cool, I don't even know. Table saw? Yeah.
A new set of chisels.
Yeah, a chop saw. We're all like fixing up our houses and doing things at home and our
Some new tools.
Yeah, so tools is top of all of our lists. To all the builders out there, all of our homies that are doing construction, we feel you. We've done it all now. Stoked.
It's amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take